techniques actually. The technique that kept coming up was to imagine everyone naked. So before I go on, I'd just like to say, ladies, you look lovely today. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Andrew. For those of you who do know me, my name's Rolf. I'd like to thank the bridesmaids for doing such a wonderful job today. I'd also like to thank Emma for turning up. And I think you'll all agree when I say how lovely she looks today.
Yeah.
In fact, I think I can speak for all the guys in the room when I say today is a very sad day. As another beautiful, intelligent, funny girl is off the market. And ladies, I think I can speak for all of you in the room when I say today, it's just another day really. Although Mark, I must admit you have scrubbed up rather well, even though you have copied my outfit. Okay, here we go. Mark is a great guy. Mark is funny. Mark is good looking. Mark is good at dancing. Mark is the goodest. The goodest? Wait a minute, mate, I can't read your reply in there. So I'll do it myself. To prepare for this speech, I spent a couple of hours researching on the internet. I found some really interesting things, but then I remembered I was supposed to be writing a speech, so... thanks to everyone for coming today. I won't keep you for long, because I know you're all here really to see the main event, which is Mark dancing. I've known Mark for 17 years, and this is a part where I bring up lots of embarrassing stories about him, and generally berate him. However, before we came here today, Mark handed me a list of all the things he didn't want me to mention. I have that list here actually. Firstly, I won't mention Gran Canaria in 1997. Or Faliraki 1999. Rob's wedding speech. The stag do's. Reading Festival 2007. Reading Festival 2008. Reading Festival 2009. I definitely won't mention the time at Reading Festival when Mark was playing a very drunken game that involved an umbrella. Where he managed to fall over and cut his face open on the toilet stairs. Being a good friend though, I was obviously the first person to quickly point and laugh at him and make him do it again. All the time, when I had to sit with him in Northampton General A&E for 5 hours, because I was playing rugby, and looking up at the ball, he ran straight into the floodlights. Face first. Nor will I mention the time when Mark persuaded me it was a good idea to cycle through the fields from Earls Barton to Wollaston. And we ended up in a field of quicksand, which reminds me of today actually, up to my neck in it with a sinking feeling. And definitely nothing about being a mechanic, attempting to fix Emma's car, and her having to take the bus for a week. But you get the idea. I remember a few years ago when Mark was a single man, he suddenly became very keen on going to the stag on a Tuesday night. I didn't think anything of it at first, but after it happened week after week, I started to get a bit suspicious. Then I suddenly realised what was going on. It was It was cheap beer night on Tuesdays. No, really, the real reason was because of a certain young lady behind the bar.
Aww.
I don't remember her name. No, only joking. It was, of course, the lovely Emma. And one night, after several pints of Kronenberg 1664, he plucked up the courage to ask her out, and ladies and gentlemen, the rest is history. And now we're all here to celebrate their wedding, and I'm sure they'll agree it's been a brilliant day so far. On the way here, actually, I saw two magpies, and I don't know how many of you are familiar with the rhyme, but two magpies signifies joy. A little further down the road, I saw two more, so I pulled over and bought a lottery ticket. When Mark asked me to be his best man, I must say I was truly honoured and happy that he'd finally acknowledged that I am the best man. Although I don't think I am the best man, just a really great guy. Mark has been my best mate for such a long time now, and we've been through so much together. 6,000 pints of lager, 300 bottles of Sambuca, and a trip to a Turkish hospital. That was a good night. I heard a nice saying about marriage recently, which goes, they say you don't marry the person you can live with, you marry the person that you can't live without. And on that note, I'd like for you all to stand up and raise a toast to Mr. and Mrs. Dillon. Mr. and Mrs.
Rolf. Oh, that was